Hello, my name is Robert Frost, and no, I'm not related to the famous poet Robert Frost, but I have spent a lot of time on this road. But that's a different story for a different day. Today, I want to tell you a story about traveling through Saskatchewan. A few years ago, I was traveling through Saskatchewan when I noticed an interesting looking building, and I thought, what's the story behind that building? So I looked for it on Google Maps and I couldn't find it. Tried a couple other sites, I couldn't find it. In desperation, I asked Suri, and she had no idea what I was talking about. That's when I decided there must be a better way for a community to tell their story. And that's the day I decided that I would put together a team of tech experts and travel enthusiasts, and we would build that better way. Today, Trav Triv is a digital travel and entertainment guide. Our goal is to help every small and medium-sized community digitalize their travel guide. Now, we don't want to replace the printed version because those are great, but instead we want to expand the reach that a community can have. After all, 82% of travelers are using apps to find attractions. 50% of travelers are booking activities after they've arrived in the community. A digital version of the travel guide is a great way to make that easy for the people to do. And 92% of travelers admit to being spontaneous when it comes to booking activities. So that means even if they get to a community and they're not planning on doing anything, they could be convinced to do something if they knew about it. Over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to help you understand how Trav Triv can encourage spontaneous participation, increase community tourism revenue, and enhance the visitor experience. When you open the app, your eyes are naturally drawn to the top of the map. This is a scroll bar that displays all the different categories in a community. When you select a category, it opens the digital category of all the different activities in that particular directory. Then, when you select something, you open the digital brochure. The digital brochure has all the information a person needs to make a booking. They can make reservations, they can visit websites, hear audio recordings, hear video recordings, see reviews, and read about the activity. So this is a one-stop shop for the traveler. The On Now feature is unique to our app, but very important for a community to use to its best ability. Because when you make sure that all your events are in the On Now section, when a traveler stays at a hotel and they don't know what they can do, all they have to do is take a look. They might notice that there's a band playing just a few doors down, or there might be a festival in the park tomorrow, and they might be encouraged to stay the extra day in your community. This is spontaneous participation, and 92% of people are saying they are convincible they might do that. These are 3 new categories that we're adding to the app right now, and the idea here is to give event planners a platform that is state-of-the-art so they can host their itineraries and sports events on it. Once they do that and they send that out in a welcome package, they're actually going to be sending out your digital brochure for your community at the same time. And what a better way to introduce your community to a bunch of people that you know are coming. There again, if they don't know that it exists, they won't participate in it. This is a few other ways we get the app into the hands of the traveler. Window stickers are really important, but imagine having a postcard in every room in a hotel. That helps them quickly and easily get your app in their hands and know about the community they're in. Now, as you can see, a business owner would spend more money in a month on coffee than they're going to spend on this community-driven marketing strategy. Our goal here is not to convince one community to be participating, but to convince all communities to participate. And then imagine how exciting a trip would be for the traveler when they can find all the local hidden gems when they decide to take the road less traveled.
Great. Thanks so much, Bob. I'll ask the judges to come back up and ask their questions for one last presenter.
I'll jump in. Good presentation. Love how you're reaching potentially reaching various communities in rural Alberta and beyond. And when it comes to building, that's one exercise, but maintaining is another, right? And for example, events uploading. Is this something you hand off to the community once you have the framework built? Do you license it? Do you sell it? Do you try to maintain it essentially yourself?
We do both. We offer the community a complete service where we will hire somebody, but that person would be living in the community, because that's the only kind of people that would actually really know everything that's going on in the community. Most communities have somebody already in the department of community calendar. So those are the people that we would reach out to make sure that the events are all on the app. And then, of course, we have our own staff that would be looking after the back end work.
So, question on it. So, who's paying? So, is it the customer, the hotel, the venue?
Any business. So any business is paying. Yeah. Now, what we consider a point of interest is anything that a traveler can do free of charge in a community, or something that's run by a society or a nonprofit organization. So we want to make sure they don't necessarily have to be spending money to be part of this. It's a traveler experience, and it's really necessary for the traveler to know all the really unique things they can do without spending money in the community. But it's also important to make sure that they know where they can go have a unique coffee experience or whatever the community businesses are offering them.
Mm-hmm. And do you have customers today?
Fort McMurray is our first, Fort McMurray Wood Buffalo is our first client. So we're excited that they're on board. And so when you're visiting Fort McMurray, and I heard you might be soon, please do download the travel app and find out. You're going to find some interesting things. And I lived here for 20 years, and until I decided to actually populate the app with the information of all the tourist places in Fort McMurray, I had no idea they were here. And I think that will be the case in almost all communities, that even though the local people are there, they'll find a lot of value when they use the app, just even with the local people.
Thank you.
I'm going to turn my camera off while I ask the question, so hopefully it's not quite as glitchy with the Wi-Fi here, but thank you for sharing that. I'm curious about your approach to scaling it. So what's your perspective on how you're going to add in communities over time? Do you have a geographic focus to start with, or is it just as individuals elect to participate?
Well, our focus right now is on Alberta. We would like to see all communities in Alberta as being part of the program. But as you can see, the app can be useful in anywhere. And so we wouldn't turn down any community that decides they want to participate. But as you can see, the more communities that are on it, the longer you can drive down a road and find activities in the next community, the more useful it becomes. And that's our goal, is to build a network and increase the network. And there is no limit to how big it can grow.
Great. Thank you so much.
Maybe if there's time, I'll ask one more question. Sorry, maybe we lost our presenter. That's fine. Oh, there you are, Robert. Sorry, my screen's jumping around here. Sorry if you covered this, but are you structuring your own business as a not-for-profit or for-profit?
It is a for-profit business.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shareholders. It's owned by a bunch of travel enthusiasts, actually.
Fantastic. Interesting. Thank you.